talking about should the Confederate flag be displayed in 2017 and beyond. According to What Does Confederate Flag Mean, the history and design explained in June 2015 after the Charleston church shooting that killed 9 African Americans, long simmering debate over public displays of the Confederate flag battle has boiled over in the South and across the country. By a show of hands, how many people believe it is acceptable to display the Confederate flag? How many believe it is not? Okay. Why? Did you raise your hand? Why?
It's just it was like the Confederate was against the Union and like they had high amounts of racism. So displaying the flag would mean that you're still with that ideology.
Okay, well, thank you. I will now share other opinions and points of view I found during my research, and I will attempt to draw a conclusion on a very controversial topic. I first researched supporting views and commentary of displaying the Confederate flag. Here are some of my findings. What does a Confederate flag mean? The history and design explained of June 2015 states, descendants of Confederate soldiers who served in the Civil War argue that the flag is an emblem of their heritage. In a dispute that was lodged with the City Council in Hampton, North Carolina, one neighbor complained that the Confederate flag her neighbor displayed outside his house was racist. In response, Andrew Morey told 22 News investigative reporter January 6, 2016, "He's not racist either. He just loves history. I fight because I love history. It made this country what it is today, and our ability to unite as one. I just think the idea of states' rights was also a very important argument," he said. According to Tilt 2016, for many flying the Confederate flag is about honoring the Confederate soldiers who gave their lives to defense in the South. For them, the flag does not symbolize slavery or racism, but standing up to an overbearing federal government. Research supporting the notion that display of the Confederate flag is offensive and racist. Controversially, there are many people who are either neutral or, more importantly, find the display of the Confederate flag to be offensive and racist. According to journalist resource August 15, 2017, in the wake of the June 2015 mass shooting and anti-African American hate crime in the Charleston church, many public officials, including the state's governor, called for the removal of the Confederate flag from grounds near the South Carolina State House, and it was eventually taken down in July. This is very significant because even elected officials in the state where displaying the flag was widely supported, pivoted quickly on their view of the topic. And finally, according to an A letter to those who raised the Confederate flag August 15, 2017, your Confederate flag celebrates a cause that had succeeded. It would have meant no United States as we see it today. It would have meant more generations of slavery in the 11 Confederate States of America, cruel bondage for close to 4 million men and women and children. In conclusion, I would consider the following statistics according to CNN Politics July 2017 along with my own viewpoint. 57% of Americans see the flag more as a symbol of Southern pride than as a symbol of racism. Among African Americans, 72% see the Confederate flag as a symbol of racism. Just 25% of whites agree, while 75% of Southern whites describe the flag as a symbol of pride and 18% call it a symbol of racism. Those figures are almost exactly reversed among Southern African Americans, just 11% seeing it as a sign of pride and 75% viewing it as a symbol of racism. Among whites, there's a sharp divide by education, and those with more formal education are less a point to see the flag as a symbol of pride. Among whites with a college degree, 51% say it's a symbol of pride, 41% say a symbol of racism. Among those whites who do not have a college degree, 73% say it's a sign of Southern pride and 18% racism. The way I see it, I agree the flag is a part of African American history and should be displayed in museums. It stops there. It will probably take a great deal more time and leaders that unify our people for the notion of displaying the flag to go away. The most common and strongest argument, it is a symbol of Southern pride. This, in my humble opinion, is a warning argument for an excuse to display a symbol of time and event we as Americans should not be proud of. Thank you.